This is the story of a man named Aiden. Aiden was laying face down in his dirty ass room when he heard a notification come through to his phone. Like a slug, he rolled over like a little dumbass and checked his phone. Aha! Aiden exclaimed. A new Stanley Parable game! This would be his chance to finally play the most critically acclaimed game of 2013.
And this year's winner for Best Narrative is The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Papers, please.
The Last of Us.
Papers, please. The Last of Us.
And so, out of sheer excitement, Aiden ran to his Switch and he began his playthrough. Meanwhile, you, the viewer, remain skeptical of this Aiden character. You watch this video all the way to the end, even going so far as to like it and subscribe.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What happened to him? We got up out of our desk and stepped out of our office. Okay, so we left our office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What happens if we, stay here? How do we interact?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, the narrator's always on you about what you're doing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nah, you hit that right.
Yeah, we
not
hit
the
that.
trick. Now they want you to go on the right because you said that.
Should we keep following them?
Yeah, go to the left. Because I think
This game has-
they wanted you to go to the right. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just because that's what you would do if you. I don't know. That's what I would do if the narrator told me. I would immediately go to the right, see what happened.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hire someone to find the paper guy. Maybe the paper guy.
Get Chris out of the broom closet.
There was more.
Oh, it's the fucking broom closet. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here, no choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Dude, stay there. You gotta stay there because he's like, well, he's saying no reason. It's gotta be a reason to be there.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing
That's actually
anything.
fucking
At least if
crazy.
there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Interact
Yes,
with something.
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Dude, that game's
Standing
fucking
around
sick.
doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
They know that he would be.
Maybe to you this is somehow a branching path.
Why did they make this much to say?
It's the broom closet ending, bro.
Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite. I hope your friends find this concerning. Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
They're reading us.
And for that matter,
We're getting
these
red.
rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be right.
Oh,
This game's wild.
He came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all
That's what I'm
very
thinking.
odd,
That's what I
wondered
thought.
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
Okay, we should went upstairs, man.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am
Can I get like an
I?
Oscar for this voice acting?
And everything went black.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man. This man
Try to follow what he
better.
does next time.
But then she remembered the
Maybe
meeting
go
she
and
had
see if
scheduled for that day. The
experts.
very
Maybe you're gonna
important
go
people whose impressions of her would affect
I
her.
feel like there was definitely more
By
to that.
extension,
Yeah, we got
the
it.
rest of her
I
life.
think it was past.
This
She
game has a
had
bunch of
time
shit
for
in it.
this.
There's a
So
bunch
it
of
was
endings.
only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
You got that one
And
pretty
then she
quick,
turned and
too.
ran.
Should we go left? I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room
It's my
worth
Minecraft
admiring.
house.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
Yeah,
track.
we going down.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's,
Stanley killed himself in the first one.
oh no, it's to the right, my
Yeah,
mistake.
right?
He actually.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Looks like an ending.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a
One of
minute?
these has to. This can't be an ending this fucking early.
No, let's see.
No fucking way.
Right,
Actually, no way.
down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
See,
I've
got
got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
They're watching it.
Okay. We just have to get back
You got
to
fucking bopped. You got
Who am I
fired.
kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to
Oh, this is an ending.
we'll
Fuck
just
off.
restart the game from the beginning. When Stanley...
Oh, wait, what?
Wait, what? No,
Even
no,
this
I
guy's-
restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Oh wait, we're still going.
Something
This is still.
Yeah.
We're not done yet.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room?
That's so-
That's so
And it's
cool.
Somewhere or...
This game's wild.
You. I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
That's crazy.
Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's
Bro, that was the
find
Minecraft
the
door.
story.
Did you hear that?
So many.
I'm overwhelmed.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you, there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Wait, we're
It's got to be
what?
better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, maybe this is. You never know if it's ending. You never know if we're.
Restart.
You never know if we're like actually starting
Was it
over.
because you chose that route?
Okay. Cool.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
What? What?
The story. Here
Oh,
it
wait.
comes.
This is a new. This is new.
Yeah, that's
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
what? What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at
You're in a whole
all.
different.
Is this the story?
Fucking
I
weird.
don't think so.
This is
I
weird.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
But I can't make that playlist
Do you remember,
later.
Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
You beat the game?
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Hell yeah. I love it.
Just don't follow it. Don't have a big
Yeah.
He's gonna be so mad, dude.
This is an adventure.
It's gonna be so.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Sorry, son. Guess it's line time.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
What?
Stanley, this fern will be very important
What do you
later in the
mean?
story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Yeah, it's definitely capped.
Fern is. What's the fern gonna do for anything?
Dude, the fern ending's about to go hard.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring.
Dude, we're kind of deep into something right now.
Sounds perfectly doable.
Yeah, we're deep into this.
Start wandering in.
How about
How about in this direction?
Okay, let's do it.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Hey, yo?
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Alright,
Important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe
yeah.
I'm just walk in circles.
We're like deep in a fucking building.
Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Right.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
Ben
Our
Shapiro.
destiny awaits.
Ben Shapiro narrator.
Go up to that quick.
Wait, what?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh, you should be in that. It's
The confusion ending. You're telling
It's
me
been counting the fucking time?
it's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times?
Stanley dies?
All this goes?
Dude, actually, what restart is this?
Determines? So now, according to the schedule, I restart
The
again.
narrator's not gone yet.
Am I just supposed to
No, go
forget?
back.
Well, what if I don't want to forget?
No, but we're
My
like
mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Yeah.
No,
Wall.
let's restart. Find the line again.
I know, but we're not here yet.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Adventure line. Here we
No,
go.
it can't be.
Adventure line is unexplored.
Find the line again.
Yeah.
Find the confusion.
Restarting. I don't
Alright,
want
this
to
is where we
figure out
are.
what's going
The
on.
narrator's gonna
I
figure
don't
out
want to be
the
trapped like this. I won't restart.
You're
the
gonna
game.
die
I
soon.
won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean did we do it?
Unable to
break
go
the cycle.
Game restarts on his
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Find it.
Will something
Find
happen?
an identical replica. You have to do it.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Dude, there was text listed from before the game starts. I didn't even process that.
What do you mean?
It said first restart, which is like the boot of the game, I'd imagine. And then there was text before that. Of like the narrator doing shit.
Just pick it up. It's gonna tell me
Holy fuck, what's gonna happen?
everything.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could
That would like trip.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the meeting room this time. I want to get back on track here.
It said what you could do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wow, that doesn't open, because I would totally go through there. What is happening?
Your office.
Bro, it's Mr. Burns. It's literally
Stepping
Mr.
into his
Burns.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
Oh,
not
the
an
fucking
indication of any
man.
human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered
This is what I thought of when I
who
read the
orchestrated
Ravens in high
this.
school.
What dark secret was being held from
You ever
him?
read The Raven
What he
by
could not have
Edgar Allan?
known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known
Drag
this.
that behind you. 2845.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to implement it incredibly by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad. Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What is happening? I guess I have to go down, right?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't want to know what.
You're right.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent
See you
death.
turn around.
Should I turn around? Or do you think he's capping? This game is crazy.
Yeah.
He's wearing...
The eyeballs of
Oh.
a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted the end to his brief and shallow. Farewell, Stanley.
You're so. I heard you doing something out there, like spraying something.
I got fucking
Farewell,
spaghetti all over
cried the
me.
narrator, as Stanley was led cautiously into the... And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What, a new narrator?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What, is the end of the game?
What's going on? It's been a minute.
It's like a museum, it's the end of the game.
What is happening?
It's the end of the game, like a museum.
Actually, what the fuck?
It just shows you, like, what the game was supposed to. You got chips.
What?
Got any chips?
I don't know. I feel like we must take a snack break.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I wanted to show you something, though.
Dude, you're here
Oh,
again.
look at these two. How they wish to destroy
Wait,
one
what?
another. How they wish to control
Since
one
when was the
another.
narrator a girl?
How they
Yeah, I know,
both
it's
wish to
weird.
be free.
This game's what?
Wait, I wanna. Is it about to change up?
Sorry, I can't
No,
react
no.
Aiden now.
Now I'm not even gonna.
Oh, fuck, he sent a custom video. Yo, pause the game. Dude, he sent a 10-minute video called Aiden Zero React. Please take time to admire the steak. Is it just 10 minutes of fucking steak?
Ready?
It's on your chin.
You can stop the
Shut
program
the
if they
fuck-
both fail.
We'll get you
Turn
chip.
off your Nintendo Switch. There's no other way to play this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone
Play this
else's
on other.
path. Stop now.
Yes.
Your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. So take time. Choose
It's on everything.
Maybe they just like the Switch version there.
Bro, we just died.
You should turn it off.
Stanley walked straight
Oh, wait,
into a
wait.
large door that read
We had a choice here.
Control Facility.
There's literally a midget that works there, dude. He's this tall. We was talking about how he's gonna grow. He was like, "We all grow." I was like, "I don't know, dude."
That was so fucking funny.
Wait, okay, why on or off? Press on. You can press the on.
Yeah, we'll turn it on.
Oh, Stanley. This is just activate the control.
I bet if we turned it off, it
They
would have
kept
been
you enslaved
censored.
all these years, you go. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action
Can't turn it
moving
off.
on. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that
Oh my
you're powerless. To see you made.
Dude, this game's like,
This is not a challenge.
dude, actually like penetrated like the
You
fucking
wanted to
fourth
control
wall.
this
It's so
world,
hard.
that's fine. And I tried again.
What?
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried
That's kind
again.
of stupid.
And
Please
Stanley
die.
pushed
That's
a
kind
button.
of right.
And I
This
tried
is,
again.
yeah.
That's kind of fucking dumb. That's kind of dumb. Please die.
See, that one was weird.
That one was
It
stupid.
didn't even make sense.
That was a dumb ending.
Please die. Who said that then? If it wasn't the narrator, right?
I don't want to think about that. That's creepy.
Thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in
Wait, what the
2013
fuck
on
is
home
happening?
That's
I would like to say a
That's
prayer.
it? No, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
Wait, what
This
is that?
is what
Oh,
happens.
that's it. That's the whole new game.
Developers with no respect
No,
for
that's
their
actually-
fan
that's-
base
that's-
rush
that's-
and cheap it. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was?
I never
before
played the
it was
original.
solid with a cheap Nintendo Switch port. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the Nintendo Switch. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you for... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury.
Oh, I give his dialogues, and I already skipped it a bunch of times. And like each time it's time it's
Only this one person who made a single negative comment.
Yeah, it's been 12 hours last time. I just skipped it again.
Look back.
Wait, what? Wait, I want to see how much time. It's been a week?
I've been sitting here.
Holy shit!
Just sitting here. Not a single person
Dude,
to
this
speak.
game's
And
crazy.
you think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Dude, see it, I can skip again.
And you saying
I skipped it.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us. And
Figured you get a kick out of this.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Dude, I broke him. I skipped him so many times. I skipped like 10 times since left.
How much time?
He's out of it. There's like dark rooms, like beeping and stuff, and random things. He like rambling, sings.
Dude, you're going crazy.
But I don't even know what's happening now.
He's dead.
No, I've already had him so many times. But I'm just gonna skip again.
Yo! This is the first time we've been outside.
Oh, we're open world now.
Alright, there was a memory.
Bro, we're open world.
Bro, but there's nothing in the open world.
Yeah. So he's gonna dehydrated.
It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna stop it.
You're no close, bro. Wait, not from you, like.
Wait, what?
Oh, good. You noticed my size. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I mean, honestly, the whole
original
thing had to be
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any
There's
new
a lot of
content for
words
it
like
should live up to that legacy.
Yeah, you have to,
So
like,
forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the
shut
Stanley
up.
Parable 2.
my brothers. Still up.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
Ultra Deluxe is dumb.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
No.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Yo, what?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Hold on. What are you doing? I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your Nintendo Switch. There's no other way.
Oh, it is definitely. Yeah, we have to turn off our Switch now.
Hurry up. Walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your own true choice. Whatever you do.
No, just sleep it. Just sleep. We need to turn off our Nintendo Switch. We didn't do this last time, and we lost. I feel like I need to get my back. Wait. Your challenge confirm. I have to wait for Shane because this is wild. Scrumtush or Occuboinkle? Bro, Occuboinkle or Scrumtush? Scrumtush. It says the name of the player that is playing the game. No, I need to go shots.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. That one was too small, definitely. Definitely too small. I could try it. Is it gonna say Aiden? T. What if it just doxes you right now? Just
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Yeah. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim. Yes, you see! What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you! Do it again, do it again!
We are Jim. Ready? Let's do it again. That's Jim.
Jim! It hits even harder the second time. Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yeah, a Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
That's what I want.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Oh, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
return to the shrine of resurrection. Ah! Jesus Christ! Stanley went to the hole, turned into a gnome from Idaho. We're saying it, but it's yeah. Yeah. With the edibles, yeah, dude, these edibles ain't flip it. Change your perception.
My head's stronger.
Change your reality. It's not good Doggy! What is this? Whose idea was this? That they're like two friends. That was someone said that.
Stanley? Stanley?
Please.
Stanley!
What?
You're awake. It
I
seemed
was
you had sort of
tripping.
dozed off there, drifting away into dreams.
Really though?
I can't have that, Stanley.
was
Because this
fucking
whole
sad,
is
really
just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
No one says that.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
You always do it, he's drawing it up, throwing it away. Drawing it up
this
again,
isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Gagging on both of these nuts.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Could have been better. This is wild. You still did a good job, though. You don't think you did a good job? Is this the Stanley Parable 2? This looks like it's scary. Does the game get scary now? I don't know. I hope so. That would be cool, right? Yeah, that would be really cool. I don't see it getting scary, Aiden.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 42.
Oh wow, look. We're in this bitch now. There's balloons everywhere.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What the fuck is this?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust,
I've never heard
to support.
this place. I've been here with the bucket.
Wait, What was happening?
Oh wait, the door didn't...
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Yeah, it's out there. Like shit.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Yay. Summertime. Go for walks in. Yeah. This is before it gets dark. This is a new here now.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
Yeah, but
I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata. No, it's
Nosferatu. This game is
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Wait, what the fuck?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line? We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
How do I get down there?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Holy shit.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
What the hell was that? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I feel like we're like
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. No, stop! Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment. Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
That is a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence.
I just kicked my mic. But we're in an era where I could frickin' do that now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to stream. The bucket is a thing, like... there's a lot of loose ends right now.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
No,
what
not
if he
this
had to
time.
make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
I've never heard this.
He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What? Wait, whoa. You're forced to leave unless you
All of his
die.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Play the Stanley Parable for an entire duration of a Tuesday. Click on door 30 5 times.
Stanley
Where's
decided
door
to go to the meeting room.
430?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all you think an achievement is worth? No. You can't just give these merits away for such...
You had it! It wasn't me!
5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants...
Now you're talking! Fine.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of which...
Oh, we're doing this? We're doing this?
Perhaps 50 clicks.
We're doing this!
Almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all out, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What? Where the fuck? Dude, he's sending us on an actual quest now. Where's door 417?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh, yes, 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting
This
somewhere.
guy.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Click on number door 415. It was undoubtedly the funniest shit
Now,
I've
back to
ever
door
seen.
number 437.
Oh, go, hurry. This is the most bullshit achievement I've ever done.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Dude, what if there's like what if it's like the door's open and it's fucking like Minecraft?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
What is happening?
Yes! This is great!
Oh, it's
You're
so
putting
good.
it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
What's up with this? What the fuck is up with this? This is a whole different can of worms. What the hell is up with that? What's up with the keyboard? Can somebody look up the keyboard so I don't get overwhelmed?
We've almost got it!
Oh,
Now the copy machine, do that one
Oh,
again!
yes, we're almost there. Let's fucking go! Yeah, but there's a whole phone that I could put inputs on.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! Yes! Oh, that's awesome!
That felt amazing.
It did!
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back.
That was
I'm
great.
really proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Let's go see what's up with this keyboard real quick. Stanley thought pressing random buttons on an employee keyboard would offer what? Some sort of special... What's happening?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, this is weird. There's 5 computers. You fill up all the computers and you go to heaven. 419, 423, 427, boss secretary, and then Stanley. Super Mario in real life. Okay, this game's fucking... It's fucked up. The game's fucked up. Yeah, this isn't normal.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, you're right. I'm in heaven. That's money right there.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler anlarines. None of us can. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
He just opens it.
Kills a breeze.
There it is. The Stanley Figurine.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those Figlers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
It did.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time. Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Oh. A 7! What the fuck?
Oh yes, we found a Figly in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What are you talking about?
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Yeah, Connor. What? I'm trying to watch this. I'm trying to watch this. I'm trying to watch this. He obviously put a lot of work into this.
This isn't the one I just got a production. Does it not?
It does. That's right.
Fries.
That's great. That should be the credits for the end of the game.
Takes you back, doesn't
It really
it?
does take you
I spent
back.
a lot of time making that video.
Oh,
but it was
really?
8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else. And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Wait, what?
No,
What?
I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen.
that's cool.
Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
Let's do it.
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
I feel like the memory zone from the opposite direction, I feel like.
Oh, yes, the 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Well, they both go to the same.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Oh. That sounds
Is there anything else?
insane.
Was there something that came before your office?
Oh my god.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Yeah,
I can remember.
I do.
Forget it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Wait, hold on, I can't
I
even-
remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley?
This kid doesn't read the
Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
I want to talk about stuff.
I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again.
I'm just trying to watch
I want to
the
go
end of the
back to
fucking
how it
game.
used
Sorry,
to be.
like,
Yes, I can be on my
That's
own
fine,
again. I can
just
do
think
it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is the game.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room.
No.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
it's a dark room.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. See, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It does have a nice shine to it. They did a great job on the bucket model. Yeah. Yeah. And then what? Then I go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Wait, you watch Tucker Carlson too? It's my favorite. Yeah.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
It's a bucket now.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
Oh, he's gay for
the bucket. Oh, no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps, if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader.
Are we gonna get questions? I remember there was one time where it says next time you boot up I won't be here. So it might actually just throw us in. But I don't know. I really don't. Epilogue. Epilogue? Many years later. What the fuck? Legit at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. saw that in the way fucking back? Where are we? Oh, this is weird. Dude, this is the doors we couldn't go in earlier. Cookie Nine's blog review the Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines give you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A warm reprieve from... and that's it. Like I said, dude, this game loves being up its own ass. In the best way possible. Dude, let's go! Let's fucking go, dude! Oh, that's awesome. Good for them. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels.
Jim. Stanley.
Oh, there was more than one.
Jim.
Oh. Wait, it's a bunch of figurines. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hello again. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you too. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what other people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard, in fact. Let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. Let's do more choice, because we're based like that. It's not that absurd, but, you know, it's actually pretty straightforward. Every time we restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work, no need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to say as well. Don't do it. I understand, sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, wait till we hit the bucket. It's gonna be over. He's gonna not like it.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
It's just destroyed. What an insane game. Kept drawing me back. You know, just when you think you sort of saw everything, something else sort of opened up wide.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
This game does that
Perhaps he had
extremely
simply missed
well.
a memo.
Thank you for experiencing it with me, for real. I don't know, man, this game is just wow. Like, this game blew my mind. It blew Shane's mind.
When Stanley
It blew
came
Connor's
to a set of
mind.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Just an outstanding fucking game from Crows.
Coming to a step.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna see you later. Have a good night.